It's my way or the highway. So anybody wants to walk, do it now.
Groovy.
We've got entirely too many troublemakers here.
Okay, let's get at this because we got so much show to cover. I'll turn that on. See, the thing is, I don't know why alert box are you making noise if I have already set it so that you don't make a noise. I've turned off the noise. I see it not making a noise. What the hell? Let's see. Advanced audio properties. I'm going back in here. Alert box. Volume is at 0%. Monitor only, and even then, monitor. How about this? I'll turn off monitor. I've turned it off on all the tracks. All right, hopefully this solves it. By God. Hey, I think it might have. Because I see one, but I don't hear it. Computers are very fun.
Throw me a frickin' bone here. I'm the
Try.
boss.
Oh, God damn it. It made the noise. I don't know. Okay. It's a mystery. It's just one of those things. I think it's probably because it's going to be more than likely that I have like a web browser page open someplace, and it's just going to do that all fucking day. All right. So I'll turn that off, and I will remedy it some other way. Let's see. Maybe it's this. Where are you? Browse. Okay. Do that again. Just try it. You rat fink. Just try. If you can. It's a crazy thing. Once it pops up again, I'm just waiting for it. It's like fishing. I gotta wait for another one to come up where it makes the noise so I can, and it won't do it. All right, I'm just gonna, if I snap and reach for something real quick, that you'll know why. Okay, let's start the show on, oh, there it is. I got it. Hold on 1 second. And I take this and I drag it over to here. Excellent. Now save that. I'll just move it over. Yeah. And then I'll mute that and that. For fuck's sake. That might have done it. I think I caught it. Wish me luck, kids. Let's see. Because
I'm your huckleberry.
I want to be able to play those. But if I turn off that, never mind. You don't care. It doesn't matter. This is my own problem. I got to deal with this some other time. God damn it. You just got called anti-American for dunking on Mike Pillow? Well, I'm sorry to ruin it for whoever the fuck is watching, but can we just... I was actually about to tee that up. Thanks for the... God damn it, I love you, chat room. I just love you for that perfect segue. There was a period, and I think we all recall it fondly, and I mean fondly, not fondly as in happily, where some of us were under the opinion, deluded, if you were, that Mike Pillow was a hapless former addict and a little soft in the noggin and overall, you know, just kind of a well-meaning dipshit, right? That generalized. We were like, oh, this poor guy, he's just not all there, and he's fallen in love with this Trump thing, and he's just addicted to it. It's like it's a brain fart, like an ongoing fucking brain fart with this guy. And it's not that he's mean or that he's mean-spirited or that he's a dick or that he's... Nope. Yeah, he is. He's a dick. He's a dick. It turns out, after we were all wrong, he's not a pitiable figure. He's a prick. And he's a prick all the time. Like, anytime he's not selling trying to sell Minnesota to, and pillows, he's an asshole. He's an asshole to his staff. He's an asshole to... Yes, you can definitely be stupid, gullible, and an asshole. Don't get me wrong. But we were always under the impression that he was just kind of like, oh, this dopey fuck. Look at him, man. One of these days, he'll wake up and go, my goodness, I bought this hook, line, and sinker there, Goodness me. Well, oh, there it goes. Well, no, that's not what I thought the whole time, but now I think different. I've learned so much, and I'm just trying to be friendly there, and it turns out not so much. Right? but in general, no. Turns out he's just a prick. And we know this in part because of like his, you know, you and I, dear viewer, we have looked behind the veil, or the comforter, I suppose, to the Dutch oven that is truly Mike Lindell. And Mike Pillow has over time, you know, in his interviews and in his talks with the people that work with him, and you know, you could just see his sort of bullshitty nature and his sort of anger management issues all boil up at different times, but they're pretty much kept under wraps because even he's still aware that he's selling this nonsense until he's being deposed. And that brings me to this little sweetheart piece of video. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you, some of this stuff has just recently come to light. This is the lawyer in the Mike Pillow Dominion case, Deposition, is suing him for defamation. And part of it is related, I think, to this video, is like proof that he does this all the time and that he's absolutely used these words, and he uses it in, you know, and again, I don't know how much, it's hard to say. It's more, in the defamation cases against Trump world, it's more about these motherfuckers called me so many names that I got my life threatened, more so than people really believe you're an asshole if Mike Pillow says so, right? Okay. Check this shit out. This should dissuade anyone of you know, if they're still maintaining any illusion that this guy's kind of a dopey, accidental, you know, Trump stooge. So, and I have a couple of these, so we'll dig in.
So let me finish my question, okay?
Yes.
I tend to be a slow talker.
Good for you.
I'm from Texas originally.
Good for you.
Okay, and by the way, the lawyer in this is trying to be sort of semi-charming, trying to bring the temperature down constantly.
I got all day. We'll make a week of this. How about that? Go ahead.
Probably up to your lawyer, but I'm happy to stay as long as you'd like.
Just keep going.
All right.
By the way, he goes, probably up to your lawyer. That's important to this whole thing, is that the lawyer has staked out, and they've had meetings with the judge about how long this deposition will be and what amount of time they will have. And Mike Pillow goes off on these ridiculous fucking rants about the election, and you know, we're trying to save our country, you know, and like, so he's just blathering through this and doing basically the same kind of filibuster you saw Trump do. And so there you go.
Why'd you call me an ambulance chaser?
What?
Why did you call me an ambulance chaser?
Because you are. This is a frivolous case, and if you're representing this guy and you've read this case, you are a disgusting lawyer. Period. That's my right to say. You want to sue me too, Mr. Ambulance Chaser? Are you working on contingency or consignment with the guy? What are you?
Contingency or consignment with the guy? Yes. Usually in these giant cases, by the way, the lawyer does get a piece of the overall suit. So, and the organizations that hire people keep that in mind because they want to, you know, they want to win as much as they possibly can in these kind of cases. So this isn't this guy's first fucking rodeo.
No, I can't believe anybody would take this. This is absolutely disgusting. It's a disgrace to our country. It's a disgrace to you.
I don't know how you disgrace a disgusting person already. Is it like a double negative?
Anything else?
No, that's it. You asked me a question. I answered it.
All right. So let me finish.
Okay. So this is just a general Taylor. Yes, that's precise.
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
So here's another one. This is where he's bitching about how we're just trying to save our country. Yeah, there. You know, he's fleeing the interview. Straighten this up a little bit. This is he's so upset.
Hope you get all that.
Not sure, Mike. Non-responsive.
No, but it's disgusting when you sit here. I'm branded as now election, not my pillow guy.
That's your fucking fault. Also, he goes, they're having this issue back and forth just to catch you up, because these are just little snippets of it. I wish I had the whole thing. I looked all over. I scoured. I was not able to find, I don't know where the fuck they downloaded this, but I want the whole goddamn thing. But, like, the issue is that he's just sort of filibustering or doing a bunch of blather, but not responding to the material reality of this. Like, he's saying a lot of like, you don't dare, how dare you guys can't think like this is about, like, it's that kind of shit. And instead of saying, were you here on this date, yes or no, were you here or there, did you engage in this conversation, what was said, all that shit. He's always fucking cranky like this. Can you imagine this asshole at a meeting with employees? Yikes.
It's the opposite.
Mike, we just got to slow it down.
I know, but it just pisses me off.
I understand.
That, I think Malone is his attorney.
They understand.
So disgusting.
You don't remember my question, do you?
Yeah, the question is, do people know you as the My Pillow guy, blah, blah, blah. I just gave my answer. No, they know me over here as this guy that's trying to save our country.
Yeah, that's how I know him. This guy who's trying to save our country from the evils of democracy, apparently. Apparently he's trying to save America from Americans.
But because of lawfare and dirty things that Eric Coomer did on that one day, which that's when I called him out, I can't go on my stage. I can't. My company has been hurt so bad because of people like this Eric Coomer. So bad. This guy, in tens of millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars.
Okay, for the record, we've mentioned this before, but nothing has stopped this fuckhead from stepping down temporarily as CEO of his country and even keeping his fucking salary, but not running the country or the company while he's doing this. He's using this whole election fraud horseshit and the big lie and the maggot wave to sell products. He decided that the MyPillow consumer, like the customer base of MyPillow and maggots are completely interchangeable. And he's just written off selling it to anybody who isn't fully on board with the Trump big lie. So, he could have stepped away and said, this isn't about MyPillow. I'm doing this as an individual. And it would have never fucking, like, all of the company, he just could have said, I'm not even going to do the ads right now. I'm going to have one of my other employees, my employees work on this. Like, how fucking hard would that be? What kind of mid-level, like, baseline self-awareness would you need to not fuck your employees that way? Like, it's just, what a dickhead.
You don't remember my question, do you?
We get all that.
I'm not sure, Mike.
No.
Okay, so that's, and he doesn't, by the way. He just kind of bitches about stuff. Okay, so this is like he thinks it should be dismissed, and this is his. Basically, he's just arguing with the judge that will see this later, not answering the questions of the lawyer that he's being asked in an actual deposition.
Yeah, using the company MyPillow to make that statement, right?
After the lawsuit, Mr. Twister, after I was sued, everything in here in your little lawsuit,
Mr. Twister?
other than that one little paragraph, everything I said came after he sued me. After Coomer served his papers.
We don't need to replow that, okay? I've heard you say that.
Well, then I'm just telling you. So that's what, using MyPillow. After. And it's a joke. It's shoving it back in you guys' face, going, "Oh, you think MyPillow benefited from this? Give me a break." Talk to them employees that are trying to support their families. You guys are disgusting.
Again, it's his fucking fault. I'm just saying. And Boss Brian, I would love to bring you in on if Trump's speech comes up at any time. I have it running in the background to see if he actually comes up when he says he's going to come up. I'll let you know if you want to hop in, but otherwise I'll just I'll clip my way through it and we'll do it at another time. Maybe on Sunday when I get back from seeing Metallica. All right. Just such a fucking dick.
What else you got? It's kind of a sad day for you, isn't it, to see how bad MyPillow's sitting, and you're trying to make it look like this was some grand thing to make money. It's just sad. It really is. It's sad. This is probably the most frivolous lawsuit in the history of the United States, and I mean that.
Well, that's because you're a self-involved asshole. But no, it isn't. And he can. And the idea is like, yeah, I I pushed my pillow into everything I said after that. Ran advertising. Like, seriously, if you go on any of like Marjorie Taylor Greene or even Laura Loomer, who, I mean, they're just like a swap out. You know, ironically, on Telegram, he's got ads running on both of them. He's got ads running on RAV, on the War Room, Steve Bannon, all this stuff. He's basically keeping them all afloat, and then using the fact that he's under attack because he's trying to save our country to guilt people into buying these fucking pillows. The problem is not with that argument. The problem is not with this lawyer saying you were trying to do this and you thought this would be a way of continuing to sell to these, even if you're just like, I only sell my pillows to real Americans. Well, your perception of what a real American is, which is apparently much more in line with the Confederacy than the actual general populace, is that you narrowcast your advertising at that point to such a small group of fucking people, many of whom, by the way, who already had as many pillows as they fucking needed because they jumped in early, and they aren't buying them on a rollover time. I mean, ironically enough, it must be rough being this guy, hoping that Trump fans soil themselves in bed more often, but we'll get to that later. But at no point did he, this plan just didn't work. It just didn't work. That doesn't mean that wasn't his aim. That doesn't mean he wasn't trying to do it. It just means he, like his hero Donald Trump, is indeed a fuck up.
It's shameful that judge did not dismiss this last summer when it was brought up for dismissal. Shameful.
You through?
You through? Are you done, son? Huh? With your bullshit? Mike Lindell bristles at the notion that he sells lumpy pillows. All right, I'm not going to ask you about the lumpy pillows. That's the question. Okay, I'm not going to ask you about the lumpy pillows. Oh, it's got to be rough.
Okay, and I'm not asking about the lumpy pillow calls.
No, they're not lumpy pillows. That's not what they call on. Okay? That when you say lumpy pillows, now you're an asshole. You got.
Call my pillows lumpy, you prick. In the name of Jesus Christ, I declare, damn thee.
Not that. You're an asshole.
Mike.
And his lawyers, Mike.
What you are.
Mike,
no,
sorry.
he's an asshole.
No,
he's an ambulance chasing asshole. That's what you are.
Can you slow down? Our stenographer is having a laughing fit and needs to get all this down. You sure you don't want to say it one more time so that the judge can see how just flippantly you defame and talk shit about people, and doesn't work that way into any kind of like you throwing yourself on the mercy of the court later, or asking for any special privileges, or trying to win a jump ball in the legal arguments about evidence or any of that kind of stuff. In the future, you want the judge on your... Nah, fuck him. Judge is an asshole too. Everybody's an asshole. By the way, this guy has a cross hanging around his neck while he's saying this. I'm just saying.
Lumpy pillows, kiss my ass.
I feel an audio drop. I feel an audio drop. I just have to... Lumpy pillows, kiss my ass. Man, what a tough guy. All right.
Put that in your book.
Put that in your book. That's from Dances with Wolves. If I do say so myself. What is that?
Now you're an asshole. You got that? You're an asshole.
Mike,
is what you are.
Mike,
no,
sorry.
he's an asshole.
No,
he's an ambulance chasing asshole. That's what you are. Lumpy pillows, kiss my ass.
Oh, God. Okay, first of all, yes. Am I enjoying watching this dude upset? Yes. Yeah. Because he does this to other human beings and doesn't give a rat fuck. So there's a bit of schadenfreude in seeing this guy have a moment like this. Yeah. Lumpy pillows, kiss my ass. That's gotta be. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, there's so much to what he's saying. But all right.
Put that in your book. No, they answer anything, any problem customer that wants to reach Mike Lindell. Those are the ones. I want to talk to Mike Lindell. I want to talk to Mike Lindell. They send them to here and they go, or they call about, maybe they didn't get their pillow on time because of...
Because it was lumpy and the mail made it like it was too lumpy to fit through the mail slot, or was a lumpy, I mean, maybe there was the delivery people just didn't feel like they wanted to deliver lumpy pillows that day. I'm sorry.
The FedEx or whatever. Well,
Yeah, but definitely FedEx.
we'll cover them even though it could be somebody else's fault.
Thanks
Nobody
yourself.
called because of a lumpy pillow.
Okay, nobody called because of a lumpy pillow.
But good one though.
You done?
Yeah, I'm done.
What I'm saying.
Obviously, you don't have a My Pillow too. You don't, do you?
Nah, I'm gonna guess he doesn't. He sounds like a Serta guy to me.
What I'm saying is, Mr. Lindell.
Asshole. But go ahead.
Jesus Christ! Like the fact that this guy wants to lecture the world on Christian behavior.
No, I'm pissed.
I understand.
Yeah, we get that. We know it's a deposition. Actually, you could argue that a deposition in and of itself is a test of your comfort level and your how collected you can be, because that's indicative of your innocence in some ways, that you can kind of go, no, I didn't do this. That's not okay. Yeah, whatever you need. And this kind of response kind of points in the direction that maybe you kind of know you're fucked.
Understand.
Yeah, go. When you're saying what?
When you're saying what, asshole, ambulance tape, lumpy pills, fuck off! By the way, he walked out at one point, and then he, I don't know if he came back with this jacket on, but man, the Roger Stone level of tooth grinding that is going on in this is fucking epic. Remember the Roger Stone one where he's just like it's almost like a failed attempt to intentionally turn yourself into a werewolf. That's what, yeah, he's definitely Roger Stoning in this situation. Both of them, have combined, have snorted up half of Colombia. But yeah, anyways, purple pillows are better. Are they? I have a purple mattress. It's good. Yeah, it's a lovely thing. All right, so let's see what he says here. He does not like Eric Coomer and his lawyer.
I had come.
By the way, this is one of the guys that like his life was fucking in danger because Mike Pillow went after him, and he's like, yeah, I don't have to take this shit from a dude who's like making money off getting me killed.
Prepared yesterday, and the record will just reflect what happened yesterday. I don't need to characterize it. But I had come prepared to show you a series of video clips, many of which you referenced interviews at CNN during the symposium, discussions on Bannon's podcast, referencing Eric Coomer. We didn't go through your discovery responses because of how...
The twitching helps. I don't know about you, but I fall firmly on the side that I think the best thing you can do during a deposition that is being videotaped is try to just anytime the other person is talking, just as much as you can. Just look like you're trying to stifle, a serial killer level of rage. I think that's smart. Tactically. Good God.
yesterday went.
This is my thinking face. I gotta relax. I just listened. Ah, fuck. Go ahead. No, go ahead. It's just like, are you trying to hold your mouth shut so you don't bite him? Jesus Christ. This is my relax. Seriously. He thinks this makes him look like, I was just listening. I just relaxed. You don't say. Meanwhile, you don't say.
Number of emails that I wasn't able to show you, and I am going to be asking and reserving the right to ask the court to order you to be redeposed on additional issues with additional time. And I will be seeking
And I'm going to seek taking you to court because of what you've done to my employee. Everything you said comes after you sued me. Everything I said. You're an evil, evil man. There, that's on the record. Very evil. What you've done to my employees.
Hey, asshole. They sued you about certain stuff, and then their point, if you read what they allege against you, is that even after they sued you, you continued the behavior and were like, fuck off! Come get me, coppers! And that might, I don't know if you had, might point to the fact that you either are wantonly scoffing at the suit itself, which the judge again did not dismiss and it was allowed to go forward, so there is legitimacy to it, and you continued to do it in such a way that you were like, I don't even care if you sue me, go fuck yourself, in a way like, you know what? How am I to question? He's doing great. This is exactly what you're supposed to be doing.
Boys, everything that you were going to say comes after you sued me. Everything I said, and I stand by what I said. You're an ambulance chasing lawyer, evil person.
Ambulance chasing lawyer, evil person, and I hate your ass faces. Jesus.
You and your Eric Coomer buddy. So you will be sued. Don't worry. And you will be sued big because I won't back down.
All right. Anything else?
Are you done? Like, so much of this is just this guy going, okay, you finished? Kind of this. And then he does apologize at one point. This one right here. Because he's learned a lot since he gave his, his soul to the Lord Jesus Christ and has repented his ways and all that. Yeah, I
got better things to do with my life. We're trying to save a country here, not you guys ambulance chasing lawyers trying to get money out people that had nothing to do with it. My employees, if I sat here and they sat here and looked at you guys, they'd say, how could people do this?
Again, the fuck that he's using his employees as human shields, that makes him an even bigger asshole in my book.
How could anybody do this to anybody? And that's,
hey, dickhead. I'm sure Eric Coomer and his entire family feel that way about you lying about him and maggots threatening to murder him because of what you have said and what you continue to say. How would anybody do that to anybody? See how it kind of works both ways? It actually only works the other way because it makes fucking sense. We're not shocked that you're being sued over this stuff, except for the fact that it's about goddamn time.
You wonder why I said that, and I apologize for calling your friend a scumbag, but I'm so upset what you didn't.
I apologize for calling your friend a scumbag, not you. But
not to me, but to my employees. What you did to my employees, why would you do that? I got better.
All right, again, everything that's happened to his employees is his fucking fault. If he had simply stepped away, this wouldn't be their problem. And this is how do you guys sleep at night? You obviously don't have a MyPillow.
Horrible.
Everything.
We've done nothing.
Everything's a fucking ad with this dickhead.
But I think what you did is horrible. We've done nothing. And then you wonder why I sit here. How do you guys sleep at night? You obviously don't have a MyPillow. That's a fact.
Sure they do. I don't know. What do you wipe your ass with?
I just can't fathom, and that's why I'm so upset. You know how mad I was when I came in here yesterday? You're right, I should have read this, but I've got other things going on in my life that are a lot more important than these frivolous.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't have, I got news for you, Mike Pillow. You don't have anything more important in your life than reading what the $1 billion lawsuit against you says. You need to go through all their evidence all the fucking time. Because if any of the shit you were saying about the 2020 election was even remotely fucking true, you wouldn't have had to put on 6 different symposiums and videos and long-form movies and stuff trying to sell your bullshit theories and fake evidence to the country this many times. If it was just, oh my God, the evidence is everywhere, then you wouldn't even have to look at it anymore. You just fucking go look at the thing we already did. You wouldn't even have to have a new cyber symposium. You could just rerun your shit. I'm tired of this whole, like, there's evidence everywhere. Then just show me fucking one thing that hasn't been knocked down 20 times to Sunday by me or somebody else who bothered to look at it for fucking 30 seconds and went, dude, this is not what you, that's not even what you're saying it is. It's that simple. And he won't. So, no, I disagree. This is singularly, Mike Pillow, this is your only job right now. Step down as CEO, hand over the reins of the company to the CFO, and have your employees do the ads. Pick a few people that are charming, let them do the ads, build up a sympathy vote for the product itself, leave yourself out of it, and go fuck yourself.
Frivolous lawsuits. And it's the most important thing to our country ever, to my children, my grandchildren, everything. That's where I'm at.
That's where I'm at. I've given my soul to Donald Trump, and there's no walking it back. Oh, God.
So we could keep going, you know, we'll waste an afternoon. But
Just waste an afternoon. Oh, it's not a waste, dummy. Look at this. And he just gets sweatier and screamier as the fucking thing goes on. And all of this is just him bitching. Dude, you can't just fucking answer the questions. If it's frivolous and you'll solve that in a court of law. And maybe if he has any strategy at all, and I doubt it, his strategy is for the judge to go, I think this man needs psychological help. I think he's fallen back into his addiction. And I think the only thing that's going to save Mike Pillow at this point is to walk into court smoking crack. If he did that, I'm dead serious. Walk in, blaze up, pass out. That is the only fucking option you have at this point.
Have thriving economies.
Oh, sorry, one second.
there's things in my life that are a lot more important than frivolous lawsuits. The only one, and I'm not blaming you for the frivolous other than when you put it up, because it should have been done 9 months ago with the judge should have looked at this and said, I'm sorry, guys, this is bizarre. Goodbye. And dumped it. And the judge didn't do that.
Right, because judges don't say, this is bizarre. Especially when it's a well-crafted lawsuit with a lot of footnotes and evidence, and you walk in and go, this is bizarre. And they don't go, oh, whatever Mike Pillow says. He's a business owner around here, don't you understand? Now, you carpetbaggers rolling in here trying to sue one of our local heroes. This man was a crack addict. It still is, but he doesn't think he is. Who's started a little pillow factory up in here, and you fellas are trying to shut it down. And I do not approve.
And that's disgusting that she did not dump this. There's things that...
Okay, so, right, the judge is disgusting, the lawyers are disgusting, everybody's disgusting except... All right, you see how this works? Whew. Lord Almighty. I have to say, CSL, and Andrea, thank you. CSL, there's a new AI art generator that's like Midjourney, but it doesn't have the limitations that it won't let you make pictures of famous people doing silly things. And God help us all. And so I spent an inordinate amount of time trying to get it to make a thumbnail for me, or an image for use in a thumbnail of Mike Pillow snorting a pile of blow that looks like Roger Stone's face. And it got very confused. It was, in the future, it's going to get there. It was close. It was close in a couple of places. It really was. It was there. But I was like, nah, it didn't go ahead. Because it looked like, I don't know, maybe the pictures that it was choosing of him, but it looked like somebody had popped a Magnum PI balloon. And it wasn't very... The Roger Stone guy was pretty good, but it also didn't understand the pile of blow with the kind of like outline of his face idea that I had in my head. And it just made a picture. The closest one, and it was a little fucked up, was Mike Pillow, not very good, but you got the general gist, snorting blow like a stringy, snotty glob of it. I'll put them up. I got to send them to the thing. I'll put them on the radio show before the radio show tomorrow. They're on my other computer. off of Roger Stone's face outside of, I think, the hotel where Roger Stone was talking to the Proud Boys in that documentary. Like in the background, like that's the one thing it got right. Oh, fuck it. I'll go. Hold on. So, I was working on. You barely see these, but I can't put them up right now. But these are hold on, like he's cross-eyed. Like, hold on. See if I can bring it back up. Just it's just stupid. Yeah, this is my little small laptop. It's like it's a Pro, but it's like the Air. It's an older one, but it's the one I don't trust like the AI stuff, so I put it on my older laptop. These are gonna be weird. Good Lord, the fuck is that? It's still, oh my God. Look at this. I don't even know what. This is one of the, that's one of the ones that just came up with. I don't know if he's threading cocaine and he's got Roger Stone's hair, but he's in front of a fucked up American flag. Like, it's trying, bless its heart. This is pretty good. I don't know where this is. It's green, so it doesn't quite show through. I've decided that instead of trying to find ones that work, where's the fun in that? That I'm actually going to start using some of the bad ones because they can't be any more ridiculous than this dickhead. So, I might even be able to, let's see. We'll just do this up here. See if this is good. Yeah, there it is. Give me 1 second. Yeah, so here, I'll show you. I got to download this one. This is so fucked up, I don't even know how to respond to it. It's just so odd. It was definitely trying. That's it. That's the... This is one of the worst. I don't know where. It just read what I was saying and went through this, but that's apparently Roger Stone. That's apparently Mike Pello. That's apparently snorting cocaine off of him. And like I said, it looks like I think it, like the AI just rolled through and found something resembling the phrase booger sugar and went, okay, let's go with that. Oh God. So anyway, so that's AI is harsh. It is true. And then there was where's the I don't know what the fuck. I've tried so many things. I'm trying to mess around with this thing, and it cannot handle the word Megaworldwide. It cannot fucking handle it. It always gets it wrong. It just does. But anyways, let's hold on. Let me check on this. Trump's not up, is he? He's at this stupid gathering. There he is. Hold on. Pink. Oh yeah, there he is. Hold on. He's live. How long's he been live? Shit. We been talking over this shit? Oh, they only let it go back a little bit. Fuck. All right, enable audio. Let's take a break for the moment and see if Trump's just saying the same stupid shit, which he of course is. Oh, and Rumble always has an issue. Sometimes. I gotta grab it and fucking. Oh God. There's this thing where Rumble just does not like I think Firefox, because they're just, I don't know, the place is run by assholes. But I'll open up a Chrome window and we should be just fine.
Reclaim our energy independence and energy dominance as we had just a...
Okay, here we go. Go back to here. See if we can start this shit over. If it'll let me. Sometimes they don't let you roll
number
back.
One energy superpower on earth. And we had it there. We had it. We were doing more than Saudi Arabia, but we were number one. I would have been bigger than both of them combined in a short
well, if you keep eating fish
period of time. And then they did what they've done. I will protect, unlike DeSantis, Social Security.
Unlike DeSantis. I'm shortening my nickname for him because my nickname is longer than his actual name.
And Medicare for our great seniors, defending them from both the radical left and the Paul Ryan Republican establishment. I will revoke China's most favored nation status. I will implement a 4-year plan to phase out all Chinese imports of essential goods and gain total independence from...
Oh, 4 years. That's all right. So it won't happen right away. It can't happen so quickly, is what you're saying?
From China, which we don't have right now. And I will hold the Chinese Communist Party accountable for unleashing the China virus upon the world. So many people are dead.
So many people are dead. I just want to throw that in there.
I will immediately sign a new executive order to cut federal funding for any school pushing critical race theory, transgender insanity, and other racial, sexual, or political content on our children.
Oh, all right. So no conservative.
Under my leadership, we will seal it up and we will...
The fuck was... Is that a... Seal what up? Did it just jump?
Expand the wall even further. Walls do work. Remember, I used to say walls and wheels.
Yes, that was ridiculous and stupid, and I don't know what's your fucking point. Walls and wheels, wheels and walls. Of course, you need roofs. Roofs, always roofs. Axles, also important. Wheels aren't any good unless you have an axle, because then you just have 2 tires you can, I guess, roll by hand.
They can come up with all the computers
Can they?
and everything they want. The 2 things that are going to work for a long time are walls and wheels.
And roofs and floors and powertrains, actually, and catalytic converters and spark plugs and
other countries.
Somebody just yelled, "Finish the wall." He didn't. He could have. He said it would only taken 3 weeks. He just stopped. I don't know why. Ask him. Shit.
Are emptying out their prisons, insane asylums, and mental institutions, and sending their most heinous criminals to the United States. And who can blame them, right? Who can blame them? These are very smart people, the presidents and the heads of these countries. Presidents.
Yes, it's very smart to send serial killers and lunatics to your potentially biggest trade partner, especially when you're building trust with other potential trade partners who, I guess, will be in fear of, oh shit, if we don't give them whatever they're asking for their palm oil, they'll send a boat of lunatics at us or something.
Prime ministers and dictators, I know them all, but they're very
I know them all. They don't return my phone calls anymore. Well, the dumb ones do.
smart, very streetwise, and
They're very streetwise. Yeah, they're fucking punk. You should hear them rap together.
sending their criminals to live in the United States. We're talking about mental institutions and prisons. Think of it.
Think of that. Think of it. Keep thinking about it. So it's not true, but if you think about it, you'll be just as scared as if it is. And that's the amazing thing. That's just wonderful. I'm gonna let's see. I'm gonna do this real quick. Hold on. Boston Brian, if you want to hop in on some of this, I don't think we're gonna do all of it because this is just be a waste of fucking time. But if you feel like and
they're all coming in.
Sidecarring with me, you're more than welcome.
I read a story recently where
I read a story recently that I've been telling the story of for over a year.
Doctor in a mental institution in
yes, he wasn't actually a real doctor. It was like Leonardo DiCaprio in a mental. He turns out you've been a patient here this whole time.
Certain country in South America.
Yeah, don't say which one. Then we could look it up, and that is
is saying, my whole life I've been so busy taking care of people, but now I have no people to take care of because they're all being sent into the United States. And I said,
what, for real treatment?
How stupid are we? How stupid are we?
How stupid are we? This is one of my favorite Christian hymns. How stupid are we? Oh, is this Texas? Oh, they waiting for it. They're just replaying this shit. Is he not on yet? Am I just following this because it? I mean, you can't even fucking tell. Really hearing his voice. This is supposed to be his live window. Live chat, watching right now.
We won the most counties in the United States in the history of our country. Many, many, many times more than Biden won.
Yeah, but they don't counties. You're talking about counties with 9 fucking people in them. All right, this is just goofy. All right, we'll see. I wanna see if this comes back up. I'm going back to my clips until we have proof that this dipshit is actually on. Because I don't even know. Yes, this says Texas, Texas. All right, we'll keep waiting. All right, like maybe he's late. Because isn't this supposed to be a, by the way, you know what's more worth watching? This is the chat at RSBN's, or at RAV's channel. Let me take a look at this. Hey, friends, on these emergency broadcast for the hurricane. DeSantis did his eyes. That wasn't him, folks. Did his eyes. That means he's a lizard person. That means his eyes blinked sideways. The real Kemp's dead. Wait, what? No, Virginia? Revenge 2024. Reckoning 2025. Buckle up, buttercups, because God's about to make a huge move. He always moves on his feast days. Trumpet on 9/16/23. Yeah, that's it. I'm just waiting. Yeah. Bless you, President Trump. Stay safe and wherever. In California, more and more school boards are turning against the globalist state of California by representing the communities of California, SUNY, Chino Valley for their stance on parents. Merry Christmas, Matthew. Gabby, me too. This is RSBN is a flaky moderator. He caters to a clique. RSBN did not allow Trump to be heard. What the heck? This is the people who are watching. So we're 7 minutes away from him going live, I suppose. And these are the people gathering, so they just replay this shit. All right. Well, we will see in a moment. Certainly. Meanwhile, apparently, this is Matt Gaetz and his ilk. And they are under the impression that they have enough evidence to impeach Joe Biden. They've got it. They've got enough evidence. They do. Guys, I don't know what you think. It's House Sparks Megaworldwide. And I guess this is the last show because Matt Gaetz is on Greg Kelly's show. I don't know if he's filling in again for Greg Kelly in his new time slot or his old slot or which slot of Greg Kelly's he's in right now. We'll find out. And they have all the evidence they need. They got all of it. They don't need any more. Oh, shit. Is this going to not play too because it's Rumble and it's on the fucking hell? All right. I don't care. I'll grab it. Copy it. Go down to here. Do this. I can figure this out. Shit. Paste. Jump this in here. All right. Now, we'll go back to here. We have the evidence, the evidence. They've got the evidence. They can impeach Joe Biden.
14th Amendment to remove former President Trump's name from the ballot. The secretaries of state in 3 key battleground states are responding to those calls.
His actions on January.
Not just his name, by the way, his ability to actually be a candidate. It's not like his name's not on there, but you could write him in. He still can't hold office. That's still kind of important. Why is this? All right, never mind. We'll see.
January 6th amounted to that they were in violation of him protecting the Constitution. Therefore, under the 14th Amendment, he has disqualified himself from being a candidate.
We've been saying all along that Section 3 of the 14th Amendment presents a clear and unequivocal statement. Donald Trump is disqualified.
Well, they're all crazy political people.
Well, they're all crazy. You know, that's the thing. I don't know what's supposed to happen.
Everybody who just spoke, except actually for the first one.
Thanks for clarifying.
But secretaries of state are listening, and they're trying to get Trump off the ballot in some key states because all these...
Because he gave aid and comfort to enemies of the Constitution, and that's what the law says?
Indictments are not working.
No. The indictments are immaterial to it. The indictments, you can still run as a criminal in general. Now, if he's found guilty, the 14th Amendment, there won't be an argument about this. The question is, they're already in the process of doing it because under their feeling of you don't have to be charged with insurrection or rebellion to be removed from the ballot. It can just simply be the general knowledge of it. You don't have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt any of that shit because of the Civil War, quite frankly. So they can just do it because they saw what he did, and it's pretty obvious.
Donald Trump, in many polls, is beating Joe Biden. Right here, he's tied with Joe Biden.
No,
I think
that's the Wall Street Journal, and the same polling company they used was paid by the Trump campaign for that poll, $600,000.
Fourth indictment, would it change things? It's making him stronger. Let's bring in our panel. Lindsay Halligan, the great attorney representing Donald Trump, and
Matt Gaetz, far away in a little cube because she wouldn't be on the show with him unless he was far away. Oh, thank you. What, Chud?
Congressman Matt Gaetz, Republican of Florida, and occasional host of the Greg Kelly Show. Welcome to you both.
God damn. Just imagine that face staring down at you. Just look at that.
Matt, great job, Congressman. But look, a lot's going on, and we can do this a bunch of different ways. But Congressman, first to you, what's top of mind for you tonight and all this swirl of stuff that we're in?
Well, it's ridiculous that for the sake of democracy...
He's in his garage, and I like the fact that he's got... You can't see it on here. Hold on one second. He's in his garage. He's got his Liberty podcast thing up. In the corner, you can see he's got a bench press over here. You see the bar right there? Is the part of the bench or whatever. Aren't any weights on it, so he's obviously just gotten done working out.
What some of these glorified librarians masquerading as election officials are telling us is that we have to have fewer choices in deciding who our own leaders are.
Our own leaders are, okay. No. They're just, unfortunately for you guys, you seem to be hell-bent on presenting a single choice from your side of the aisle that is pre-disqualified because you are indeed, in doing so, continuing to give aid and comfort to enemies of the Constitution.
And so it's pretty easy to diagnose the two-tier justice system that we have now, 91 charges against President Trump. Meanwhile, you've got a pile of evidence against Joe Biden strong enough to convict O.J. Simpson in South Central Los Angeles, and yet we're sort of...
Oh, I see, because black people wouldn't... I see. Nice shot across the bow there that I see that the idea is that you could even you've got so much evidence, you could convict OJ in front of black people. It's classy. It's a classy way of putting it. That is definitely, the inside the circle kind of language.
We're tepidly talking about maybe beginning an inquiry. We have bank records, we have flight logs.
Right. None of it amounts to a hill of beans.
We have changes in administration policy.
No, you don't.
If we aren't willing to impeach Joe Biden with the evidence we have, why are we even looking? So the question is whether or not Republicans will have sufficient spine to do what is necessary.
Says the gelatinous version of the big boy statute.
I also think that we've got this real converging crisis on government funding right now, Greg. And, the way to go...
It's not a crisis. I suppose it's a self-inflicted wound at
After
best.
the deep state, the way to stop this stuff is to cut the money off. I'm very disappointed we don't have the 12 individual appropriations bills that we demanded in January, and we're probably going to have to do something about that.
Yeah, you're probably going to have to pass a continuing resolution because you're a bunch of fuck-ups. Yeah, we know. Yeah, undoing efficiencies from before because you don't have your shit together is not a legislative tactic.
Lindsey Halligan, this 14th Amendment stuff, it's another front for you guys. Do you take it seriously? Where do you see this thing going?
No, it's according to, I think it's Judge Luttig and Lawrence Tribe. Those are the two people that are pushing this. According to them, one single individual has standing to challenge whether another individual is qualified to hold public office. The framers of our Constitution would have never, ever, ever wanted that. So I don't think that's going anywhere.
One single no, stupid. Does anybody know what the fuck that even means? There's only one person that can stop Donald Trump from running, and that's Justice Alito or something. Make a barrage of content. I will. I'm working on it, Fran. Run that by me again, dipshit. These are attorney generals of states. They have absolutely the standings to do this. I honestly can't grasp what she's trying to say here.
Is qualified to hold.
Hold on.
Pushing this. According to them, one single individual has standing to challenge whether another individual is qualified to hold public office. The framers of our Constitution would have never, ever, ever wanted that. So,
what would they want? People with fucking torches to come up and demand that individuals can't run in every state? Wait, you're supposed? It's only the riotous mob. What are you talking of? Someone can file if one person goes, that person actually paid me to attack the country, and they go, I don't think they should be allowed to run for office. That's one person. That one person could go, this person engaged in an insurrection against the Constitution of the United States after they had sworn an oath to protect it and uphold it, and they gave aid and comfort as they paid for my hotel room and cradled my bowels.
I don't think that's going anywhere.
Yeah, well, do you get the feeling? This woman is ridiculously gorgeous for an attorney, and does Donald Trump's Yellow Pages have a centerfold? Because he does not seem to be hiring people based on their qualifications to understand the law he is up against.
I know yesterday Jack Smith filed a complaint in the January 6th case alleging that Donald Trump's truth posts are potentially tainting the jury pool.
Right, yeah. And to it, we responded immediately with a brief going, yeah, we know. That's the point.
Well, I think this 14th Amendment stuff is potentially tainting the jury pool.
Yeah, that's not, look, you just because you're guilty of other shit and people are across the country are taking necessary steps to deal with your guilt doesn't point to a coordinated effort by Jack Smith's office. As a matter of fact, he probably would rather that stuff wait until after he has convicted Donald Trump.
I think the January 6th committee, the fact that that was publicized for everyone to see and it was completely one-sided, that...
Well, in all fairness, it was only one-sided because Democrats didn't attack the fucking Capitol.
Has potentially tainted the jury pool.
Potentially. Yeah, yes, because before this, people wouldn't have known that Donald Trump is a pussy-grabbing, punk, second-generation rich kid who's been faking his billions all this time.
And I know Congressman Gates knows all about that. The committee's 18th month investigation is, I'm pretty sure, the most extensive probe in congressional history. And
well, yeah, because we've already dealt with this. There's like 12,000 hours of footage from the interior cameras, and probably 8 to 10 times that in Facebook Live videos to look at, and all the text messages between these dickheads, and all the lead up and the stuff they said afterwards going, if I had the shot, I'd have brought a gun. And the other people going, I did bring a gun, I should have used it.
Because it was done all behind closed doors, the full extent of what was collected is unknown. And so with all that, millions.
Excuse me, miss. If the full extent of what was collected is unknown, then those unknown items more than likely won't end up tainting the jury pool.
And millions of pages of material. How much of that material does Jack Smith or Fani Willis have? And
Jesus Christ, it's public material, all of it. They've got all of it. Here's a good idea. Work with your fucking client and demand access to that stuff.
And how much of that material has not been disclosed to President Trump?
Yeah, that probably like who the feds are and how this all started, and it's just a thing with the thing anything. Hold on one second. Let's go up here.
Yeah, no, she's crazy. She is totally nuts.
Okay.
So there's a lot going on here.
Sure. I mean, you turn on the TV, media 24/7, big tech, and you got one social media account from Donald Trump. You know, it's wild, they're saying.
It's wild. It's almost like he signed a contract with this stupid little fucking dumpy site that he created for himself that nobody goes to. And instead of just staying within the terms of service like a fucking adult, he used these social media platforms to coordinate the Jan 6 attack, and then afterwards was completely unrepentant about it and still continues to push bullshit that violates their terms of service. By the way, people push bullshit all the time, but violate the terms of service to these sites because they don't apply to him, and then shocked when he gets kicked off or can't use them. Meanwhile, by the way, again, if I may, sidebar, if I may, Donald Trump has Oh, it went over to here. Cha-da-da. How about that? Why in the world would that? What happened? What button possibly did that? I don't understand. Thank you. Thanks very much. Thanks for the heads up, guys. I, honest to God, have no idea why that would have been muted. It didn't go anywhere near that button. I didn't at all. I didn't do it. I didn't fucking touch a fucking thing. All right. So, now, that said, if I may, let me move this over here. I always have a hard time fire my sound engineer. I am my sound engineer. God damn it. So he posts the pictures of the people who died in the bombing in Afghanistan and says, I love these great patriots and their families. Again, this goes a long way towards showing how little Donald Trump gives a fuck. Because I got to tell you, if you were going to talk about these folks and you had all this time on your hand, and you had met with any of the parents, much less all of them or some of them or whatever the fuck, I would suggest, if I may, that it might be smart if you did a little special video about each one of them individually, like you gave a shit. This dickhead does not mention any of these folks. Anyways, and then he just moves on. I love these people and they're great. Blah, blah, blah. Are you better off today or 4 years ago? Definitely better off than when COVID was ravaging the country. So, yes. So he posts all these things. My point is that all this stuff about he's only confined to this social media site. He doesn't even stick to the rules. He's supposed to stay on that stupid little site. I got it found. Okay. I got it fixed. So, here we go.
That's a threat to the jury pool. Congressman, all those grievances you have,
all those grievances you have that are making your eyes disappear and move closer together, and how everyone thinks you're a fucking creep. What do?
They go right back to a certain Speaker of the House. And, well, you made your opinion quite clear last January. What are you going to do?
Well, in January, we developed a toolkit to actually solve these problems. And
yeah, a toolkit. And as a tool, I consider myself part of that.
Essential to that toolkit was the ability to evaluate the funding for every agency individually, with the ability to offer open amendments and have them voted on. Greg, we are 11 legislative days away from government default, and the way to take the knife to the Jack Smith funding, the way to zero in on the problems at the FBI and the Department.
No. Excuse me. No. This asshole cannot interfere in a legal proceeding through the DOJ and just line item get rid of that by hold the fucking nation's budget hostage until they cut off the funding to an investigation into Donald Trump that is actually bearing fruit and has plenty of evidence and validity to it. Never gonna fucking happen. Never, not ever, not gonna happen. Would be stupid if it could. This goes to my point about the stroke of the pen fallacy, where not only is it not possible, but you wouldn't want it to be.
Department of Justice is to cut the money off, and we haven't put ourselves in a position to do that. So,
right, and that position would require you having a lot more Republicans in office, and you can't do that because you're a bunch of fucking lunatics and you don't have the votes.
I'm going to use every tool at our disposal, and certainly that means
roofies,
holding the Speaker's feet to the fire, and anyone else who would.
There's one of my favorite phrases: hold the feet to the fire. Now, when they say it to their own, who am I to get in between them and their stupid analogies? But using a torture analogy for someone that's supposedly on your side is particularly gross.
Just want to continue what the Biden administration has done. We can do a lot better than this. We must do better than this, but it starts with the.
No, you can't. You cannot do better than this. You cannot. If you could, you would. but you can't.
Power of the purse, a power we have not yet used effectively, but I want to focus us to do just that.
Congressman Gates, Matt Gates, thank you very, very much. And thank you, Lindsay Halligan, Donald Trump attorney, along with the others. Good luck, and we'll be back.
Along with the others. She's one of them. There's some of them. And of the some of them, she's one of them. She's great. Oh, man.
Yeah. No, she's crazy. She is totally nuts.
Shit. That's the extent of it. Is that what we're doing? Okay. And is Trump up yet? Do we know? Should we check back in with this stuff? Do we have a hold on, I'm gonna slide down here. Do we have a we're gonna check back in with him. Give me a second. I mean this is Trump live. That's the Turning Point one. I don't even know that that's okay.
Man and 3 innocent women, 2 of whom died immediately.
Jesus Christ! It's a conversation about joy and understanding and thought and selling gold.
Along with a 6-week-old baby and a 3-year-old girl. This all took place in a very short period of time. The same week, an illegal alien in the sanctuary state of California went on a multi-day killing rampage, stabbing to death a 50-year-old man, a 20-year-old college student, and attempted to murder a 64-year-old woman.
And still these people don't have anything to, like, can't hold a candle to homegrown. Whatever. Also, by the way, the best part of this is the chat room. The Dems are pissy little bitches. They did this. I don't know what they did. More left-wing DS election interference. South Dakota is showing fine at RSBN. They have been hacked. They may have been hacked. What's going on? Rumble chatter over Trump's voice. Is this a joke? Look at this one. Hold on. Let me scroll down here. Keep going up. That's what I'm doing, staying on here with my phone and watching RSBN on my TV. Okay, it has been fixed. Okay, it's normal now. Now he's back, yay. Hold on, let me go back to this business. So their signal went dead?
Anymore. I kept it beautiful in D.C. right now and properly. Crime has become a crime capital of the world. Our national capital is not being taken care of the way it should be. We have to take care of it. We have to cherish it. We have to live a very, very safe. Numbers of people don't want to come in anymore. You have tents all over.
Yeah, people don't want to come into the United States, except the lunatics and murderers and people like that from other states. Then they're piling the fuck in here. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the shit. They're all just complaining because it's not the live video of him yet. Hold on. Maybe if I reload it. Nope. This looks like... Is this it? Is it loading? Is it stuck? What the fuck is this? Nope. This is good quality stuff. Oh my God, they stop it. USA! USA! What the fuck? And an ad. This is great. This is good programming. Terrific work, everybody at RSBN. Just top notch. Or at RAV, rather. Here we go. This is the Rapid City, South Dakota. Here he is. This is the whole thing. Where is he? This he already finished, or is he coming up? Do we know? Or is this just an ad for what he's doing? Who the shit? Look at this guy. This is amazing. Floppada, floppada, flop, floppada, America floppity. It's good, solid audio. It's good. Flubbity flub. Nothing. Live-ish. Yeah, sure. There we go. She's singing. There's a thing. Nope. Nothing. Oh, I'm going to try and bring it up on there. Sometimes, again, it's the issue with they just don't like non-chrome. Whoops. Boink. Let me go back to here. Copy this. In Rapid City. All right, I'm going to bring it up in a second. They're singing the national anthem, or they're doing an a cappella version of a Lee Greenwood song. I don't know. We'll find out in just one second. We'll close that down. Open this guy up. Come in here. I'm sorry, but you lose, RAV. We got to go with RSP. Oh, God. Oh, dear. It's a Shirley Bassey version. You're behind, you're behind, you're behind. Catch up. Hang on. You know what? Yeah, if you're doing the like down half step version where you fall back into it to give it some sort of float, that's not right. Stick to the original script. And the hum of the breath, and then don't have everybody go breath. Don't. Baby, no. Free. Ow! My contact flew out when she said. We'll have another glass of Chardonnay. Oh my God! She didn't even hit the note and it broke. How is that even possible? Demons. Demons. That is a glittery dress. Yeah, nothing really says you appreciate the national anthem like yelling USA like a bunch of thugs from Russia who just can't say like America, so they just like, I could say 3 letters in a row. Sure, why not? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome. Woo! De-engineering. Is that what we're going to? De-engineering.
Republicans deliver results.
Oh, fuck. She's going through one of these, like, what does red mean? R is for rhinos who fuck up everything. And D, we're all going to be dead if Biden stays in office. This sucks. I wrote this on a piece of paper. I got shit. So stupid. Oh, good. I'm not even going to be able to.
So I am blessed to be one of your 3 Republican Public Utilities Commissioners in South.
Thank God Republicans have absolute control over public utilities here in the lower Dakotas, as we often call it, South Dakota. Unlike those big northerners up in North Dakota, even though South Dakota is technically walking distance to Canada, I still have a southern accent because it is technically a rural accent, as we bullshit ourselves that everybody talks like this everywhere, as long as you've got a school that you can see trees out the fucking window. And the worst thing about these other states is that they've only got 2 Republican public utilities commissioners, and that means, you know what that means? They got commie water. And when they turn on the tap, it's red. It's about it. Oh, thanks. This is good timing. Mark Meadows is the judge said Mark Meadows can't move his case to federal court. Yeah, I love fait accomplis.
Dakota.
It's woo! Because we all have to, because there aren't that many people here.
And in South Dakota,
we have 2 senators, even though we have fewer people than some areas around Chicago's airport.
every day I bring an additional red to the PUC.
I beg your pardon? That doesn't sound right. That's so you're bringing commies straight in, old-fashioned USSR. You're bringing the reds in. That's not good. Maybe she means uppers. Give her the benefit of the doubt.
I believe and I fight for you every day for.
I fight for you so that your toilets will flush. I go house to house with a broom handle, breaking up the gridlock in your shitters.
Reliable electricity.
Oh, you're in the Dakotas, asshole. There's a fucking giant nuclear base near you. The power's never gonna go out. Shut the fuck up.
Delivered.
Yeah, that's right. We bring electricity in a bucket. I bring it on down there myself. I'm walking around the neighborhood, good old-fashioned, homegrown electricity, milked straight from a nuclear cow, just shack, just lightning bolts coming out of them titties. Just rack, putting that lightning in a bucket, and I walk it on over to your house, and I fight every day to keep the grid functioning, even with the Republican cuts to the integrity of our... Fuck off.
And let me tell you...
Let me tell you what?
The White House and President Biden...
Oh my God, boo! Boo! President Biden wants the lights out in South Dakota. He just doesn't like us. Man, last night, did you hear the utility commissioner speak? I fucking love her. I think she's gonna be president one day. If, obviously she'd have to be like, I don't know, some other party or whatever, because Republicans, we're not gonna elect a woman, but you know what I mean? Like the president's, she could work like for or near the president someday.
Their radical policies...
Oh my God, they're such radicals.
On energy...
Are allowing you to frack at the exact same rate, if not higher, that you previously were allowed to do so in this general area of South Dakota with the fucking...
On fossil fuels and electricity.
And electricity. Yeah, it's not just that they hate fossil fuels. They just don't like light bulbs. And unlike Donald Trump, who wants to shove one up everyone's ass, for safety.
Are shutting the lights off in South Dakota and across the U.S.
How are they? So you have you're the utility commissioner, are you? Do you have some sort of federal electric grid that we're not aware of, other than the military one that you leech off of, and obviously helps run your state at a very on the cheap, because you don't have any fucking people. What?
So I am fighting for you to keep the lights on.
What if they want to turn them off? Why would you? What? Yeah! Keep the lights on until I'm going to bed, in which case I can turn them off.
So South Dakota?
If anybody asks you why we need 2 Dakotas, you tell them 3 little words. I don't No, I don't know. I don't know why we need 2 Dakotas. I can't even tell them apart. If I was standing at the border, I wouldn't go, does it feel slightly north to you? Are we in North Dakota? I think this grass looks very northern Dakota to you. Is it? No, we are in South Dakota. Oh my God, I would have never known.
We need red values at the local level, at the state level,
And in the shitter.
and at the federal level. So
Boom. Okay. Here, real quick. If I may, let me jump to one little thing if I could. Let's see. South Dakota population. Ma'am. And then let me put this up. Let's see. I don't know. What's a good generalized area? Let's see. Okay, let's see. Let's just do straight up. It's a good comparative one. Let's just go Des Moines. Let's see what that is. Yeah. Whoops. Why did my earphone?
together.
Oh, be quiet, lady. I'm doing something.
Let's
make sure that our state that has, if I may, I'm bringing this up, and I hate to do it, but it's true. Whoops. Has 886,000 people in it. The whole state is about 3 times the size of Des Moines, Iowa. 3 Des Moines, and you have a whole South Dakota. Woohoo! Let's check in, shall we, on South Dakota. And we're starting to figure out why Trump might have gone to this place. Total population in July of 2022, 909,000. Population estimated based on April 1st, 2020, because they were fucking around, 886. They've grown 2% in the last little bit. People moving out into the sticks. It's all these northerners moving out there. 84% white. Something else, everybody else. 54,000 veterans. Compared to the overall population, that's foreign-born 3%. That's pretty normal. It's not even low. Family arrangement, computer, internet use, 91%. Households with broadband, 85%. That's because there's like 3 fucking cities. Education, high school graduate, 92%. Bachelor's degree or higher, 30%. Health, disability, 7.9%. 11% without health insurance, 11% under 65, 11%. I don't know what this what's this guy? Can't prove it or something? Okay, economy. Civilian labor force, 67%. Civilian labor force, female. Population 16 plus years are 63%. Total accommodation, food services, 2 million. Total healthcare and social receipts revenue, 8 million. Maybe is that a billion? Can I slide this over? Nope. Retail sales per capita is 16,000 per person. Total retail sales 14 million. Not a lot going on. Median household income is 63, right at the American average. Per capita income in past 12 months, 33. So there's obviously a big difference between the people who work there and the people who, total annual payroll, $18 million from the whole fucking state. $26 trillion economy in the United States, and these folks want to tell us all how to live because they're the size of 3 Iowas. Okay, now you were saying, and by the way, we'll just skip past her because we'll just get back up here. I don't know who this dude is.
Unlike the federal government, which has literally sunk us into a $30 trillion plus deficit,
of which $7 trillion is directly linked to the guy I'm about to introduce,
and growing every day.
No,
South Dakota balances its
So is the, by the way, so is the GDP of the United States, almost in parallel.
budget every single year.
Yeah, it's easy when you have an entire state with 2 senators, giant fracking fields, huge military bases, and a population the size of fucking Santa Monica. We balance our budget every year. Gee, you don't say. Hold on one second. If I may. Dakota. Right near Rapid City. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see. You got Ellsworth Air Force Base in Rapid City, South Dakota. That's a big one. U.S. state of South Dakota is home to Ellsworth Air Force Base and the 28th Bomb Wing. The wing is part of the 12th Air Force, is overseen by Air Combat Command. The base came into Rapid City Base between 1946 and 1953 when it became, let's just see, let me go in and jump into here. This is Ellsworth right here, ladies and gentlemen, if I may. Whoops, let me open this up. There we go. Oh, get out of here. Not you, him, this one. Ellsworth Air Force Base in Rapid City, which is where most of the people in the state live. U.S. State, the 28th Bombing Wing went through 5 name changes. Final name was to honor Brigadier General Richard E. Ellsworth. He died when his plane, an RB-36 Peacemaker, crashed while on a training flight. Missions Unis is a fleet of bombers. It's got 283 units for housing. Dormitories. Department of Defense sponsors a website to help military personnel secure off-base housing. So they schools, children who live on the on base or in Box Elder may attend schools in the Douglas Public School District. Those who live in Rapid City, its immediate surroundings, can enroll in Rapid City Area Schools District. There's plenty of stuff. There's photos of it, ladies and gentlemen. And then, if I may, give me one more second. Are there this is, by the way, South Dakota might be the place that we all go to when we buy the nuclear site. This is the Minuteman Historical Site. This is in South Carolina. Yeah. Quit it. Not that page, silly. This one. The Minuteman missiles all came out of there, and this is one of them. Current operating conditions, they're not open. I mean, they're not working, obviously. Face mask optional warning about GPS. Vehicle navigation systems and GPS units may provide inaccurate information, sending drivers the wrong way on one-way roads, leading them to dead-end and remote areas, or sending them on roads which are impassable. Use the internet exits for wayfinding, because there's still military shit there that will shut that shit down. The park status, there you go. This is if you want to visit sunny, balmy South Dakota, this would be the place. As featured on Visit Rapid City, be a junior missileer. That's right, get a little turtle that'll teach you how to nuke your friends. Minuteman Missile NHS Junior Missileer. You can get that if you want to. Was this page helpful? No, because I can't be a junior missileer. I consider myself a senior missileer. Visit a nuclear missile site at Delta 09 in your own South Dakota rubber suit. Yeah. That's one of the national parks up there. That's good times. So, fun fact, South Dakota gets back $1.21 for every dollar in taxes. Yeah. That was kind of where I was getting with this whole like military spending thing. Area 69. I'm not going there. Do not kiss the turtles there. They glow in the dark. They're the only glow in the dark turtles anywhere. Okay, we'll jump ahead with that's the treasurer. Then this guy is the South Dakota Attorney General. He's now up. Ooh. They love this guy.
And we're the party that understands what our veterans have done and how important our military is, and we respect them and we support them.
Yeah, unless they get a job working for the Capitol Police, in which case, fuck them. And also, Trump was going to leave them in Afghanistan forever.
friends, 2024 is our time. May God bless you, and may God bless our great state. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Thanks. And don't forget to stop by down at the office there downtown, and I'll see if I can get you in a nice little softback ranch. Something with a little shack for you, that kind of thing. Of maybe not so much a place where you're gonna have a head of cattle or something, because it's a little underwhelming from a geographic standpoint. But you move in there, and you bring the family up for a weekend.
Please welcome to the stage South Dakota Lieutenant Governor Larry Roden.
Not Larry Roden. Holy shit. Friends.
Well, howdy.
I love pretending to be a cowboy.
How cool is this?
It's very cool. It's incredibly cool. It's I don't know why there are teleprompters there. Trump doesn't need them. What kind of weakling are you? Why are these people? I'm kidding. They're not even allowed to use them. Those are for Trump.
I am so excited here once again to welcome President Trump back to the state of South Dakota.
Nothing like a small slice of people from a small state that gets by on federal assistance, like that. The amount of joy they feel when they talk to Donald Trump.
So it's been
you got a pretty mouth.
Entertaining just the last couple of days watching some of the national media and the liberal talking heads that are trying to, put a rationale and put a negative spin on Trump visiting South Dakota. Like, what?
Nobody is doing that other than, nobody gives a fuck, dummy. The national media is not going, oh, dear God. If he goes to South Dakota, that means he could come here. What?
Why would he visit South Dakota? Or even our in-state political science professor from...
whatever that place is. Yeah. Rapid City, I don't give a fuck.
Aberdeen.
Yeah, that place, wherever the guy, the dude from Scotland, but that's not.
Northern state. He was grousing, that was his quote.
Wait, from North Dakota?
He says, it's not like it would be at the top of my list to travel to South Dakota if I were Donald Trump. National reporters doing the same. Well,
No. I think they're pointing out the fact that he shouldn't have to go to a place like South Dakota that's so fucking blood red at their own expense. Again, an entire state that lives off the tit of the federal government and tax dollars from blue states that they shit on all the time. Never mind that fact. What he means is, why the fuck does Donald Trump have to go to South Dakota and have a rally at all? These people are going to vote for him anyways. Why would you be wasting your time? And I'll tell you why. This is exactly why he's going, and why it's not in theory, a waste of his time, is because he's not really welcome anywhere else. This is one of the few states where he hasn't, had a rally and refused to pay the security bills and shit like that, where he can actually go back.
that's funny because I know the answer to that question.
Great.
You see, think about it.
I'm trying. Just give me the fucking answer. You know the answer. Just say it.
This is President Trump's third trip to South Dakota in the last 5 years.
Wow. Some people who live here haven't been here that much. Yeah, again, why does he have to shore up his vote in South Dakota?
President Trump knows for a fact in his heart of hearts.
The kidney is a very important part of the heart. I just want to remind everyone
that South Dakota is the freest state in a nation built on the principles of freedom.
Well, there's a lot of open land. I think serial killers will tell you it's a great place to just dump bodies because they will never be found. It's so free, we couldn't possibly, we don't have enough people to even warrant the kind of cops we would need to even get after some of the shenanigans that people go on. Up here, you can have gay abortions while burning a flag, reading pornographic material to the child of your choice, because we are free even when it sucks. How free are we talking? So you don't convict anybody of any crimes? You can just do whatever the fuck you want in South Dakota? That sounds, I don't know, it doesn't sound smart.
And he's a freedom-loving American. Why wouldn't he want to be in South Dakota?
Right. Why wouldn't you be in a state where we can have as much political corruption as we want because nobody even has the fucking funds? We'd have to go to the federal government and ask for money to go after our criminal legislators here. I mean, the chances, I would be shocked if we even could afford extradition. We couldn't even afford the fucking bus ticket to send somebody to the FBI station in where the fuck, maybe, I don't know, Minnesota?
You know, for me, as Lieutenant Governor, it's just been such an incredible experience.
Great. I'm very happy for you, Lieutenant.
For the last 5 years, to see what we've went through.
Can you be the Sergeant Governor before you become the Lieutenant Governor? I want to be Sergeant Governor.
Through as a state and a nation, the adversity and the conflict and all the issues and COVID.
Yeah, all the stuff and the things and the disease and that we don't believe is real.
And I was thinking about it the other day.
I don't doubt it, because feet up on your desk, did you? Passing the time while there wasn't a lot of lieutenant governing to do in South Dakota.
And through that adversity, we found opportunity.
Yeah, that's a bad sales point. Back away. No, this is you can't use the idea that Democrats won't let a crisis go to waste bullshit line. All right, never mind.
We found the opportunity
to cull some of our herd, and you know how
as a state to demonstrate to the nation what adhering to our Christian conservative principles and the understanding that our rights are given to us by God and not by government, and we have no authority to take them away.
That's right. God wants us to ignore traffic signals because the government put them there. And we just close our eyes and say, praise Jesus, and just blaze through every intersection. And seatbelts, fuck that. The Lord tells me if the Lord goes, wear a fucking seatbelt, I will put one on. Okay, hold on. Are they already there? We're gonna skip ahead in this nonsense. Is he in there yet? Who the fuck is this? The chairman of the South Dakota GOP. Okay.
Tonight, it's my honor to once again host Governor Kristi Noem and President Donald Trump in Rapid City, South Dakota.
As opposed to Slowpoke, South Dakota? Where else? Where else are there people? Hold on, I got to check something real quick. And I pardon me for doing this. Let's see. There it is. There's the generalized census thing. We get this up here. That's that population number. And then I want to go over here, and I want to go to Rapid City. The population. There you go. 76,184 people. It's a bustling metropolis. Sorry, 78,824 according to the generalized census. 49% female. Mostly 19% are over 65. 22% are under 18, 6% are under 5. So the majority of people are between 18 and 65. 78% white. 9% native, because that's the native, that's the area. I think there's an overlap with the, and I don't know if they're counting the natives in the area that are on reservations as part of the population of South Dakota overall. That's another question point. 79,000 people, and boy, it's just a bustling crowd of people there. All 1,000 of them that are. It's just he keeps pulling in the giant crowds in Rapid City, South Dakota.
Last 3 years, I've watched Minnesota liberal policies burn the state and the Twin Cities down.
Yeah, rip Minneapolis, rip St. Paul, rip Portland. They don't exist anymore. Hold on one second, if I may. Let me check something. It's just to think for a second. Let's go to. Let's go. Let's see. Maybe I could do Minneapolis, St. Paul. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, the general Minneapolis St. Paul area. Let's see, population is population. Try to go to the sea. European settlement. Geography, climate, communities. 15 counties, 13. Yeah, 4 million people in the Minneapolis St. Paul area, or as I like to call it, 4 South Dakotas. Yeah. Oh, and I'll show you that one actually. Hold on one second. Minneapolis, St. Paul, population. Where is it? Here you go. Population density. Here you go. This guy right here. Just it's fun. There you go. Minneapolis, St. Paul population about 3.69 million people in 2021 in the Minneapolis, St. Paul metro area. That's just the inside of the city. About 4 million in the ancillary areas outside, including where the casinos are and other shit like that. 95.4% are citizens, 10% being foreign born, which means only half of those folks are, I guess, are either, well, those are foreign born citizens or maybe aren't or whatever, so a mix of whatever. Area has a strong diversified economy, excellent education system, high quality of life. Area covers about 7,000 square miles, the density of 523 people per square mile. It's also where fucking Prince is from, so watch yourself. Yeah, so this guy, just so you know, this guy right here is the whatever the chairman of the GOP for a state that has a quarter the population of the Minneapolis St. Paul city area, not the state of Minnesota. But tell me again about their liberal values.
With Democrat leadership from the top down. And don't get me started on their government.
Oh, I'm going to get you started.
Governor, please.
Please don't get me. Hello. Do not get me started. I can't take it.
Their progressive majority has destroyed the great state of Minnesota.
It's gone. Minnesota is just destroyed. It is. Let's see. Well, let's check its population and its economic outlook. Population 5.71 million. Over 5 times the population of South Dakota. Let's take a look at their median income and all that fun stuff. Why not? Huh? Try to do that, you prick you. There you go. 5,700,000 people in Minnesota. And let's see, where we go. Let's go down here to people under 5, and females are 49%. It's almost identical population-wise. 82% white, 7% black, More white people, by the way, by percentage in Minnesota than in South Dakota. So what the fuck? Whatever. I'm surprised these assholes aren't moving there immediately. All right. Median income. Let's see. Medium. Let's see. That's housing. Computer internet use, almost identical. Education, more bachelor's degree, about 7% higher number of bachelor degrees. 93% high school graduation in the state, again higher than South Dakota. Let's see, income. Median household is $77,000 a year. It's actually higher even across the rural parts of the state, including those. That's interesting. Per capita income is $41,000. That's higher than South Dakota. So your average person in Minnesota, if it's a jump ball between South Dakota and Minnesota, as far as you're like where you're going to get the best odds at having a salary closer to, I guess, reality and your needs, Minnesota's your bet. 9% of the population's in poverty of their in Minnesota, which is below the 11% that's in South Dakota. Total employer established 152,000. Total annual payroll 166 million. In thousands, so a billion, 166 billion. Population by square mile is 71. Again, most of the population density is in the Minneapolis-St. Paul area. But I mean, sorry, I shouldn't have even brought up RIP Minnesota. I mean, the whole fucking state's just done for. It's dead. There's nothing there. Here you go.
This last year, I've watched as the liberal Democrats in the state's leadership passed abortion until birth.
No, they didn't. In the case of rape, incest, and the life of the mother, but the life of the mother part is the only part that comes up to the quote-unquote birth, and that's for non-viable fetuses.
They decriminalized drugs, even have gone.
They did? Which one?
As far as calling Minnesota the new liberal utopia. In less than 90 days, their state legislature completely restructured the state of Minnesota to fit their liberal Democrat agenda. But just 200 miles away from the Minnesota border in Pierre, South Dakota, we tell a very different story.
Pierce, South Dakota? Pierce? Is that what he's saying? Pierce, South Dakota. Is that what he's talking about? Oh, Pierre, South Dakota? Is that what? Oh, the capital city. Yeah. Yeah, tell us that story, buddy. Tell us the story of Pierre, South Dakota. The city of the capital city is a beautiful, angelic place that looks like, I think, the set for Reacher, if I'm not mistaken. If anybody watched the Reacher series, that's what it looks like. Pierre, capital city of U.S. state of South Dakota. How much? What's that population again, dummy? What's that? 14,091. Woo! How do you keep all those people together? Christ! What do you just have hand out deep fried Snickers and call it a day? 14,000 fucking people in your capital city. Come back when your state has to manage a group of people that's bigger than some college graduating classes. Yeah, tell them. Oh, it's
thanks to the leadership from Governor Kristi Noem and
who's more than capable of talking to half of those people.
Republicans in the state legislature, we have kept South Dakota free. We have kept
free from what?
South Dakota safe. From
what? Population growth?
And we have kept South Dakota open.
Dude, you can go downtown. Everybody can go downtown and be 6 feet away from everybody. You have 14,000 fucking people.
Republicans have made South Dakota the best state in the nation to live, work, and raise your family
without ever having to run into another soul.
Your way.
Alone. Deeply, profoundly, and sadly alone.
To live the way our founding fathers intended.
In the woods. Dude, I gotta say, calm the fuck down. Knock it off. You have a completely manageable, gigantic space with nobody in it. Stop acting like you figured out a way to govern the population of China on a shoestring. Shut the fuck up. You have 2 senators for a place that has 1/5 the population of Minnesota.
In my time in the state legislature, we've cut taxes and red tape. We passed constitutional carry with the nation's strongest self-defense laws.
Yeah, because you could walk outside and just fire randomly and never hit anyone. Motherfucker, people who live in cities where there are a lot of people, stray bullets are a fucking thing. What do you think Obama was talking about? It was like when pro-gun and anti-gun activists are talking past at cross purposes. This is what he's talking about. Nobody gives a rat fuck about the gun laws in South Dakota, dummy. There's nobody around. Shoot all you want. Nobody gives a shit. People who live in cities or near cities or in suburbs with lots of people in them are a bit concerned that people who pop off in their apartment or do themselves in with a gun might miss the first time and a stray bullet will cascade through the window, go across the street, and knock your fucking cornflakes out of your hands. Yeah, Queens in New York City has 2.25 million people. Yeah, like, I don't know what the fuck these guys are patting themselves on the back for. It's like, imagine if I, growing up in Peeks Mill, Kentucky, before I had moved to Chicago, before I had moved to Los Angeles, before I'd been, was like, I know how to run a country. I know how to get things done. Because as the assistant to the assistant scoutmaster of Peeks Mill, Kentucky, a place with, at the time, 46 people who were, for the most part, soundly not really miserable most of the time, we were able to keep our general store open on a fairly regular schedule, even on Sunday after church when we passed a rule that it shouldn't open until afterwards because everybody will just sit on the fucking rusty deck chairs out in front of the place. Okay, fast forward to live. I know I'm jumping ahead. Like, all right. Nope.
Thank God for God. Yeah.
That's magic. That's magic. Fucking what?
And he brings up an awesome point. You know, we love President Trump. We love Kristi Noem. We love a number of conservatives out there. But thank God for as much as I could.
Absolutely. God's first. Always.
You know, we love President Trump. We love Kristi Noem. We love a number of conservatives out there. But thank God for God.
Thank God for God. How are you not hitting yourself with a skillet right now? Thank God for God. What are you talking about? And also, they're playing Sinead O'Connor in the background. You do realize she would have fucking hated Trump, right? What in the world? Oh, dear. She's not overlaid, is she?
All right, we want to thank one of our sponsors, Birch Gold. Always a...
We got to thank Birch Gold, which gets a free pass on the fact that we're playing Nothing Compares to You in the back of this. What's she wearing? It's a traditional South Dakota tablecloth. They're from the tablecloth antelope that roam free. It's something you wouldn't know anything about. Okay. And obviously there are some hunting rules. You can only take one down every 6 years, and there's a long waiting list. Don't even try to get on it. And you sit in the duck blind sorry, no, you sit inside a blind duck. You find, it's a long process. You find a duck that is either blind or blind one yourself if you're Don Jr., and then you wear it as a hat, and then you must fire in any direction, attempting to strike the tablecloth antelope. And if you hit it, your entire family is allowed to eat its liver while you skin it and dry it and tan it, and then you can make these a couple of raincoats or awkward hats.
Pleasure having Birch Gold here with us.
It is so good.
Because of the weather. Because of the weather. No numbers from interactive polls. No numbers from
I'm doing that. That's annoying. I just can't have the song playing in the background. These assholes. Nothing compares to you. See, now I like that song, and it's making me mad that they like this is. I'm just saying it's not surprising that they're playing. If they are playing a song of hers, that's the one they're playing. While they just shit on Minnesota and Minneapolis in particular, they're playing a Prince song sung by a woman who would have torn up a picture of Donald Trump on television and told him to go fuck himself. And I'm not shocked at all that they're not playing Black Boys on Mopeds. Just saying, as Sinead songs go. Just kind of stands out. They can't ruin that song. There's nothing they can do. They can they can play all these fucking. They haven't even ruined the fucking Village People for me.
We'll be back in session. Government shutdown is looming, and so it's very important to look at all of.
It's not looming. It is not looming. There's no looming going
the
on.
Details of this spending bill, this legislation that's in place. Some GOP member says they're not voting because Marjorie Taylor Greene, the state rep from Georgia, introduced these articles of impeachment against Joe Biden back in May, and basically is saying, if we don't get the backing for this, I'm not voting for anything that comes to this spending legislation. So there's a lot on the table come Tuesday.
Great. Yeah. I think you should keep working this whole not voting angle. I think that should be the general. If you're looking for an addition to the platform, he's going to speak at 10 Eastern? The fuck? I'm not sticking around for this shit. 10 o'clock Eastern? Jesus Christ. Look at this huge gap in the crowd right here. You're going to make these motherfuckers wait that much longer? All right. Here's what's going to happen. It's 5 o'clock. Tell you what I'm going to do. Because I love you guys. That's 7 o'clock my time. That's in 2 hours. I'm going to bug out, feed myself, then I'm going to pop back on when this dipshit is supposed to be on. How do you like them apples? And Boston Brian, if you feel like joining me for that, let me know. And I'm even though I have radio tomorrow and a long drive ahead of me after radio, as I head down to Phoenix to see Metallica. Super exciting. So hang out, go fix yourself some snacks or whatever, get ready, and we'll deal with this dickhead when he comes out. What do you think? And then I don't have to sit here and listen to this woman sell gold while copyright strikes play in the background. Yeah? All right, I'll be back. I adore you, and I wish I could squeeze you all into one pretty woman and show you.